Welcome to part 2 of the Economy and Public Affairs Daily Current Affairs series. This is for 25th of August. Let's get started. The first news will be 1 to 8 news we have already covered in part 1 of this series for 25th of August. So news number 9 will be Railways float bid to redevelop Mumbai Shivaji Terminus. Now this has an objection from the state government for the redevelopment of the station, and the point to note is that it has been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But Indian Railways has sorted out the differences, and now the Indian Railways has floated a tender to redevelop Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus, which is also called as Mumbai Railway Station, and with PPP mode, that is private partnership, and it is expected to have some 1642 crore of rupees. So we will see how these things will be taken. Time will tell. Next news will be from exam perspective, it is that Ashwani Bhatia has taken charge over SBI MD, that is Managing Director. Now he will be the fourth SBI. This question can come. The other three are Dinesh Khare, Arijit Basu, and C.H. Shetty. So he will be responsible, Mr. Bhatia will be responsible for IT and Stressed Assets Resolution Group in the new role. Again, I will repeat, he will be responsible for IT and Stressed Assets Resolution Group. So Stressed Assets Resolution Group will be the key here, and Mr. Bhatia has taken over as SBI MD. Now the another news will be digital shoppers in focus, firm size and sale turnaround. Now from Ganesh Chaturthi till Diwali, there will be a series of festivals. So all the big corporations are eyeing on that for a festive season. So COVID-19 has changed the way companies and people sell, people buy, companies sell. Things have taken a different. And interestingly, I mean, Tanishq has given yesterday live telecast for Ganesh Chaturthi. I mean, on their customers, they received a message from Tanishq. So there are new innovations we have coming into it. So how the festival season is going to turn out for corporation is yet to be seen, but companies are really hoping for new strategies on this. And one report says that, I mean, yesterday I covered it in the yesterday's lecture, that 7,000 over 7,000 crores will be the digital payments by 2025, which will triple itself. So these things are important. We are looking for online markets, how the MNCs are going to come into it. Amazon, Retail, Reliance Smart, I mean Flipkart is already tied up with Walmart. So how the things will shape up, and how the individual groups like big organizations, big corporation will come into this sector. And the 12th news is the toll collections on recovery passes, ICRA. How the ICRA works, I have already explained in one of the earlier lectures. Now they have said that it will reach around 85% of the pre-COVID levels in July. That is toll connections on highways. One more thing, taxation on has reduced by toll collection per kilometer by 7%. I covered it in the last lecture. And one thing to note is that it was also covered in the last lecture. And one thing to note here is that 413 projects have raised their overcost due to delays, etc. Now the total amount around 4.22 lakh crore, and which literally means that government has a handful of things to do now. This is the cost delays. This is increased the amount is because of cost delays and other reasons. And more importantly, those infrastructure projects counted were of 150 crores or more. And moreover, Nitin Gadkari has said that in 20 years our roads infrastructure will be like US. They are going to make 22 green express highways. So these all things we were covered in the earlier lectures. So let's come to the point number 13. So Nabard starts credit guarantee for microfinance units. They want a dedicated depth credit guarantee product so that rural areas which are hit by pandemic can revive, can create demand, and in turn boost the economy itself. Now BCCI races against time for a sponsor after Futures exists. There's 3 partners now in Academy and Crede, and the Apex Code is racing against time. This is one of the key things. Dream 11, which was official partner last week, has backed the sponsorship title for 2019 step away. Now the things, so maybe BCCI has a lot of things, a lot of rethinking to do here. And the next important news is that average farm gate profits rise in Kharif this year. This is where how Chrysler operates, how they rate. I've already given this in one of my earlier lectures. Prices of 14 to 15 field crops might see a downward pressure in Kharif and 2020 due to the surplus production, while horticulture crop prices will decline. So this question can come, which prices are likely to decline? That is, horticulture crop prices are likely to decline due to muted demand or almost no demand at all. But average farm gates profit are still to see 3 to 5% increase, largely driven by paddy and sugarcane. So hope is from paddy and sugarcane, but let's see how the agriculture sector unfolds itself. There are a lot of problems in the agriculture sector. The suicides, I mean, in last 15 years, officially 3,55,000 people have committed their suicide, and they're affecting their families, the poverty sector, and the rise of inflation in the demand sector. So all these things have to be addressed by the Ministry of Agriculture as well, in turn with the Finance Minister. Let's see. Thank you so much for listening. Have a nice day.